Alabama's Board of Pardon and Paroles director is resigning. Governor Kay Ivey says Charlie Graddick's last day will be on November 30th. He was appointed by the governor last year as the first director of the board. The goal of his position was to overhaul the agency and help protect victims. This reform came after Jimmy Spencer was released from prison early and then was charged with killing 3 people in Guntersville in 2018. Ivey said she's appreciative of what Graddick has done and says they will immediately look for a new director.